your makeup today.
Hey, let me see if it's on. I'm gonna put this sucker on high. All right, guys. So, what'd you call this? Huh?
The Running Roundtable.
Tell them, not me.
Hi, welcome to the Running Roundtable.
Episode 2. Do it. Do it.
Are we doing that again?
Episode 2. So we decided every Saturday, not every Saturday, maybe other Saturday, we're going to sit around and talk about just whatever we're going to talk about, because it's very entertaining. Because runners are very stupid. And
Speak for herself. I'm not stupid.
Ed,
Look at all the finger pointing.
so Ed by far is the stupidest one.
Absolutely.
No, we don't know who he
Raise
is.
your hand if you agree.
I have a superior brain. I just don't have a brain stem to connect it to the rest of my life.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, it's kind of cut off from reality.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Hey, so you guys came down from Springfield to run with us today. Was it fun or what?
I don't live in Springfield.
You live in Lebanon.
She doesn't live in Springfield.
You just said you were in the witness protection. You just gave away where you
I
live.
told you I'm gonna have to move.
So bad at this.
I'm gonna have to move anyway right now
Why?
Because it's out.
because you're publishing this.
No, all you gotta do is shave and no one will know who you are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, you do need to shave. Your hair's getting real long.
Yeah,
There's
just
some hair on your head.
That's the most I've ever seen.
yeah. It's out of control.
I know. I could tell.
It's my winter fur.
It's your wild man look.
For you again.
Hey, so we sure had fun. You guys did 20 miles, right? And I got in 10 because we had our Hoka rep. That was fun trying out those shoes.
have on now, by the way?
These are the Elevons.
What are those?
Elevon.
Like those.
Elevon.
Oh, Elevon.
So they're actually more expensive than the Bondies. But they're kind of a
What sets them apart? Because they look really cool.
Look.
Other than looking cool.
wait for it.
Hope is
What sets
calling.
them apart? Yes, I will call Hope back. What sets us apart?
Yeah.
They are a cross. I'd say they are a cross between the Clifton and the Bondi, and they're fast, but you have almost near as much support or as cushion as you do in the Bondi.
They look like they got a drop on them. Did they got a drop on them?
I believe it's a 5 millimeter. I think
Okay.
they're all a 5
most of them are
millimeter.
fives,
Okay.
So even if the stack height,
Yeah.
if it's different, but it's got this on the back too, which cushions the heel a lot more.
Okay.
So and I've had a heel issue for a long time.
Yeah.
Because it hurts and it swells. And I just run on
Little,
it.
you have little feet
And
too,
I
so it
run
makes
on it
them
anyway.
cuter.
Yeah,
shoes.
Yes.
yeah.
We're not
What size do
on
you
the
wear?
trail running. You
9.5.
don't
But
do that.
they probably should charge you less because you barely even have such a little tiny shoe.
They should charge me less for bras too.
Oh my gosh.
I wish it worked that way.
Yes, this is going on YouTube.
I was afraid this were going to go this way. This little chick meeting
Hey,
here.
so Ed, every time he
Always.
spends time with us, I'm glad this has taken me this direction.
Uh-oh.
Because this is where I love for it to go. So every time Ed runs with us, he's usually the only guy. Now we got Larry. He's so glad to have Larry. Are you happy to have Larry in this?
Oh yeah.
And we got Nate, but he left.
Nate, yeah, we had Nate today too.
So he has so much estrogen and women talk that when he gets done, what does he say, guys? He wants to go smoke cigars, play poker, and chop wood.
To get my macho back.
Get that back, man. I know what
Yeah.
you mean. I always let the girls go and I stay back. You know.
Oh, there's times when I have to fade back when the conversation gets
Yes.
a little too
Yes.
chicky.
Yes. I agree with that. I like that word, chicky. Yes. Yes.
Would this be one of the conversations maybe we've had about, I don't know, childbirth or menopause?
Or the uterus falling out.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
we were with the first part of it. We were walking, and when Jay was with us, and you know, it became all about the poop. So there you go.
Oh, that's what you guys are talking about today?
Yes.
Yeah, poop.
Poop.
Why is they always talk about poop or farts or something?
It's a dude.
Who was talking about it today? Oh, we were talking about we're going to do the Taji around the track.
Yes.
And we were talking about how she and I did the Taji around the track. We hope there were no cameras. We looked, but we didn't see any.
Oh, for your
And
birthday, when
so
we did
on-
your birthday run
On
around
my
the
birthday
track.
run, we did what, 30,
We did,
how many miles, 33 miles around the track?
almost.
And anyway, so you could see on our little thing where we had to go to the bathroom. We ducked behind the buildings, right? So there were like 3 or 4, and we were talking about how I love running on the track, but it's kind of, if you like pooping on like a great place, then that's not the run for you.
I said, it's okay for those of us that like are used to being out like that, but people that are gonna come and do like, less are gonna be like, where's the bathrooms? Go to Casey's. What do you guys do? Don't ask.
Don't ask.
Yeah.
Yes.
I could bring a portable toilet for you guys.
You can?
What?
I have my own portable toilet.
What?
What?
Well, and I have that
Share.
little,
Tell.
I have that
It's a-
tent
oh,
thingy that's supposed to go over a
The
toilet.
tent, the toilet. So I have
Yes.
the pop-up tent, and then I have the elderly person, like the
And needs that one.
Why is everybody
It's like
He's got it in his trunk.
I got
How
it
about
from
a
Ed.
golden view?
It's got the toilet seat, and then you pop it up, and then you just put a bag under it. You lay the seat down, and every time you go, you just tie the bag like you would if a dog went. But you just tie your own stuff up, toss it, put a fresh bag in.
And where are we tossing it? Out on the track?
No, in the garbage
Just
can
have a
somewhere.
pile and then we'll clean it up.
Yeah, just take your own garbage bag. That's what I did.
Clean it up one more time.
Yeah.
To get that old hand thing going.
You know what? I'm having a visual here that you said that he has one in his trunk. He's probably got a little Batman one for a 2-year-old.
Yeah, it plays music.
Batman theme song.
That's what I took to Joplin that time. That this crazy guy. That's the guy that had me running the 36 miles that time. But I went to run 13.
You went to, let's talk about that, because ultra-runners are not crazy at all, are they? How'd you get talked into 36? Kind
I
of like
just
the way I
kept
got
going.
talked into Pumpkin Hollow.
Just
don't-
going.
you just don't quit.
You just keep going. They just keep telling you to keep that. And I'm like,
let's
I
keep
feel
going.
fine. Yeah.
Yeah,
Rudy's
let's
like, yeah, you look good, great. Yeah, look good, girl. I'm like, okay. I just kept going.
When somebody won first place,
Alright, yeah.
That was on the 100K, wasn't it?
Yeah, with second place.
well, it was a last man standing type. Well, but they only go to 51 miles. That 51 miles is the fastest person on the last loop. At 51, 3-mile loop.
That was you? Girl, you got it going on.
But they had a porta potty at the turnaround. They didn't have a little poop tent.
I had my poop tent behind my car.
Did you use the poop tent?
Yes, I did not use. I didn't even get in line for the porta potty. I was like, I just used my poop tent
Did you change out the bag every single
every time. Sure did.
Yeah, I think I prefer that.
Show of hands if you prefer the woods.
Well, they can't hear me.
She makes you leave the room in a hotel or something. You have to leave the room.
If you watch me poop, you just can't listen.
You have to go stay out in the hall and wait till she's done.
Pumpkin Hollow was awesome.
Probably still hear.
Oh yes, it was at Katie.
Well, I won't use the,
Who was
like,
running
the
with us?
toilets
Was
at
it
work.
us?
And
I
Jill,
go in
yeah.
the single.
And then Jill had to go
And
number
if it's
2,
busy,
and she went out
I'll
in the
wait.
field and kept giving her a hard time.
I'll wait till they're
We
done
come back
because
and
I'm
say,
not
that's
going
where it
with
happened,
everybody
that's
else.
where you did it.
Yeah.
I'm with you there.
At Katie?
Oh, yes. And I went way out on the little thing so that you couldn't
Ed was
listen.
watching you.
So, yeah.
Watching, just not listening.
She don't care as long as you don't hear it.
Just here's these earbuds.
So if
but
you're
these
ever out running and stuff, and she runs by with a little bag in her hand, you'll know what's going on.
Yeah.
That's not your lunch, Gretchen. That's not lunch.
I got an experience on Pumpkin Hollow.
Oh, let's not go. No, let's not do that.
go there.
Uh-huh.
That's the thing with ultras though, is like they can really upset your stomach.
Oh, yes.
Depending on because your digestion, because of the way your digestion can shut down and it speeds up. And God forbid you're out there and eat something that doesn't agree with you.
Oh, yeah. I had to sing and everything.
See, I tend to have the opposite problem. I'm not changing anyone.
At least they didn't.
Oh, you can't go?
She peed on Shelly's shoes.
I just peed on Shelley's foot.
On
I fucking
purpose?
hollered. Nope.
I thought maybe she got stung by a stinger.
She
and-
was trying to hold her.
No, I was holding on to her to hold me up because I was so tired and I had to pee and like.
She's talking about the 100-mile race that we did at Pumpkin Hollow. I had an upset stomach there too. It's pretty bad. But let's move on. Let's talk about something,
Yeah,
something a little better.
It
huh?
always goes there.
So let's talk about what's the next thing you're training for?
Racing for daylight.
Racing for Daylight on March 12th, our 12-hour ultra. You coming?
For daylight, yeah.
Racing for daylight.
Same.
What's our next race?
Yeah. Okay, if we're using that as a training run, so what's the race
what?
you're using it for training?
Oh.
That's what I'm asking.
I'm probably doing
okay.
Ozark Highlands probably for my next race.
When is that?
March 5th.
It's on fire?
But really, your next race, your big one is
Georgia.
Seven Trails.
7 Trails in Georgia. 100
April
mile.
1st.
And that's you're doing the 100?
No, actually, I have March 18th. I'm doing it. Howard Anslinger. It's a 24-hour race. I'm doing that before the 7 Trails.
How many miles will you get in with that?
80 to 100.
Is that what you're?
For the training run for 100
Okay.
80 miles. I like to do 90 miles really.
That's cool. That's amazing. You guys hear that right?
That's 2 weeks before Georgia.
You
So,
two land.
and you guys got another girl going with you, Jenny. It's going to be her first 100.
Jenny and Crystal.
And Crystal's going too.
Aren't you?
Both first.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's her first
First
100.
100.
Oh my
And
God,
this
that's
is your
so
third
cool.
100?
Yeah. Hopefully.
So I'm going to do, God willing, I'm going to do Ultrapalooza. That'll be my 5th. And that's in September. And then August 20 is our bad dog. So I'm going to do 50 there as a training.
Bad dog.
Bad dog right there. We got a 100 mile, 50 mile, 100K, 50K, and a 12 mile run a rep.
Yep.
So super excited about that. And what's next for you?
United Airlines half in New York City, March 20th.
Oh, fun. Like downtown New York City.
Yeah, so we start in Brooklyn, run over Manhattan Bridge, I'm pretty sure, and then we'll go through Times Square and end up in Central Park.
How fun.
I know. Biggest race I've ever been in, 25,000 people running.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, but the
so
New York
excited.
City Marathon's what? Got like 75,000, doesn't it?
That's on my bucket list. But it doesn't go through Times Square, so I'm happy I'm doing this one because it actually goes through Times Square.
How
Nice.
fun. How about you? You got an ultra coming up?
Heartland 50 is already paid for. So,
That's 50 miles, you two people.
Where's Heartland at?
Kansas.
Kansas. Okay. Is anybody doing Prairie Spirit this year?
Julia just signed up for it.
Julia Moss.
Julia Moss just signed up for it.
So she needs.
I know Rachel, Melissa, and David Murphy are pairing everything.
And Helen and I are doing Frisco, the 50K,
The 50K.
April 30th. And the Flint is we're doing 20 miles as a training run 2 weeks before. So.
Yeah,
Yeah, lots of us are gonna be at Flint
Mile
Hills.
Flint Hills.
Put that
And
on
I
my
need
list.
Of which
volunteers.
I'm an ambassador.
I was talking to her
It's
about
fifth
it out
grade
there,
race.
yeah.
Hey guys, if you have not checked it out,
volunteered,
I
I'm
just did
gonna
a
run it.
podcast.
Yeah.
We published the podcast yesterday with the directors of Flint Hills.
really excited to
And
find
their story is an amazing story about how God got started. It's a God story from the beginning. What's so funny, and I'll tell you this, which is crazy, because apparently Jenny, who had the idea on her heart, she and I met in 2018, and she heard me singing praise songs. And so she thought to herself, I got to get to know her. So when they did the thing, she said she thought, okay, she's going to be our ambassador. But if you listen to the podcast, she's got this amazing story of why she did her first ultra. So when she had her son, she had a C-section. It was like I think it was 13 years ago. And so when she had the C-section, she went home and she said that she felt like something was wrong with her stomach, and she was having all this pain. So she went in, and apparently, and I didn't catch the whole story, but she had no abdominal muscles left. They had been cut or something, and so they had to go in, and a surgeon had to go in, and they inserted this mesh. Like this was a big surgery, and they told her that she'd never be able to exercise because if it could rupture, it could tear, and it could kill her. Well, by the grace of God, 4 years ago, she had to have her gallbladder removed. So she went in to have it removed, and the doctor said, he goes, "This is a medical miracle. You are a medical miracle. Your muscle grew back around this mesh." Her muscle grew back, and she had been an athlete in college. She had loved running, but she couldn't do it anymore. This gives me goosebumps. So when they grew back, she went and she said, "Okay, I'm going to do an ultra." So she did her first ultra about just a few months ago, and then they started the Midwest Endurance Race Company. So is that amazing? He said in all of his years, the surgeon said he had never, ever, ever seen something like that. Is that amazing or
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
So anyway, so that race, I'm super, super excited. You're doing the 20 mile there.
Yes.
Larry's doing the 20, right?
Helen's doing the 20.
I'm doing the 50K, God willing.
50K.
I'm gonna try and talk Roy into going and doing the 50K. He'll probably do 10 or 20.
What month is this in?
April.
Oh,
April 30th.
I won't be ready for 50K by April, but
No, they have a 10 mile and 20 mile.
yes.
Yes, they do. That's why I was telling you,
Yeah.
Flint, yeah.
And it's always more fun when it goes
It's
good.
gonna be full pretty soon, so
Huh?
if anybody wants to
haven't
sign
yet,
up,
but
they
I
need to,
probably
because
will.
it's gonna fill up soon.
Oh yeah,
okay.
it's
Yeah,
gonna
there's a
it's gonna
race
fill
cap.
up, guys.
There is a cap.
Yeah, and it's not far from the cap.
I find it amazing how quickly they're that it's taken off. I mean, they just started, but they're just really doing everything right.
Is it going to be through the Flint Hills?
No, it's a real trail.
Yeah, it's
Flat.
and it's the first time. It's the first time
Right,
they've
it's
ever had a
inaugural.
race on that trail, which is amazing. First time. So I'm super excited. I know
Oh,
it's
no,
gonna be
yes.
probably like
Wait,
Prairie
16.
Spirit,
Okay,
similar.
definitely because you made me.
Yeah, it's 2 weeks, 2 weekends
You better
before
get you gotta get
Christmas.
signed up pretty quick
She signed
because
up.
Is it on Ultra Sign Up?
yeah.
You're saying.
Yeah, and that's the thing about ultra running, guys. That's why we love it so much. Is because people look at us and they say, "Oh, you're suffering." You're not suffering when you're with friends.
Right,
It makes it fun. Like it turns pain into pleasure. Does that make sense?
Well, it's like this morning, we ran 20 and it clicked by quickly. We had people fall in, fall out, and it,
Yeah, and you guys were laughing and having a good time, and
If you really want to get to know somebody, you just go run 20 miles.
I'm on there.
That's a new
did you hear that? She said, "If you really sneak it up."
If you really want to get to know somebody, go run 20 miles with them.
That's
Or 100.
We're gonna do
Oh
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
That's one thing. If someone's faking like they're a patient person and they got it all together, you run 100 miles with somebody, that it's gonna crack.
Yeah.
You're gonna see cracks in the veneer because 100 mile reveals every character flaw you could ever have in your life, right?
right?
Like that lady that sits next to you in church and she's always, so nice. Around 50, she's like, I'm gonna go kill myself.
Or Ed, after he eats a chicken nugget, he's got to vomit,
And it's too much food. She made me overeat. Like for one, she had chicken.
Nuggets.
What was that sandwich we ate too? Egg sandwich.
Yes, egg sandwiches are
I've
thebomb.com.
Yeah,
on
so I ate
Ultras.
an egg sandwich. I shouldn't have. Right early in the race too.
Why shouldn't you have?
Fried egg sandwich.
And then chicken nuggets and French fries. And
Now you chose the French fries. I didn't have any. That's what made me
now
throw
you're
up.
telling me.
So you vomited?
No, you
I
wanted
needed to. I couldn't. I was sick for the last 30 miles.
You needed the poop tent.
I needed something coming out. I was bad sick.
Did you finish the race?
Yeah.
So, but you were sick the last 30 miles? See, someone listening to that would be the last 30. Like, who even gets to 70?
You're doing what?
But that's the thing with the ultra, because, they're like life. You think things are going good, boom, you hit that rock, and
Yeah.
or you eat that
She
nugget.
never had a she never had a bad spot. She was cheerful for 100 miles.
I know. That gets annoying to some people.
Yes, it does.
I know you're looking at me because you guys want to hear a funny story about that? I had a friend one time and she was going to do a comeback race and she asked me to pace her at Bass Pro. So I was doing my usual self, like, oh my goodness, we're gonna so much fun. Hey, want to skip? It's gonna be great. And like mile 15 or 16, she was having a really hard time. And I'm like, come on, look at the trees, they're so beautiful. She goes, that's it, just shut up. And don't smile, I'm sick of it, just wipe it off your face. I'm sick of the joy, this sucks. And I was like, okay. So we got to about mile 20, and I was like, oh, that tree is so ugly, it's ugly. It's an ugly day.
So you'd be just like you travel. I travel with all those girls all the time. And I'm a little too much in the mornings for most of them.
Yeah,
And you're worse than I am. in the
Yes.
morning.
Yeah.
So they want to kill me sometimes in the mornings. They're a little slower and want to ease into the day, and I'm
You wake up and you're like, it's gonna be a great day.
go.
You're not there like she is, though.
No, you're a level above me. But
Thanks. I think.
it's good.
Is that a compliment?
Yeah, yeah.
But I'm like you, I'm like, just get up and let's go.
Yeah.
Did you get up and sing like she does?
Oh, yeah, I sing, yeah. I'll sing my music and stuff like that.
I play music and just,
I wake
it's
up.
all about starting the day off
Mm-hmm.
positive,
I play electro dance music from the time I get up while I'm getting ready. Diplo's Revolution is what turns on first thing in the morning. Get my water, drink my 30 ounces so I can drink my coffee. I
see if
earn
you
my
noticed.
coffee in the morning.
Husband loves
But
techno
I am
pop.
just like, I'm in the shower, like,
I could see you doing that. I could see her doing it. You're happy in the morning too. You're a morning person too, aren't you?
Yeah.
Gretchen, are you a morning person?
Mm-hmm.
Are you?
Look at her happy she is.
Yeah,
She's
that's
happy.
her happiness
It looks like she needs to be ready for a nap.
I know that's what I was thinking too, that's why I
Fix
asked.
that take a nap.
Morning anymore.
Yeah, it's after.
Yeah,
It's
it's 12:30.
Wow.
That's what happens when you're having fun.
Yes.
Oh, I better go. We gotta be home by 1.
You gotta. What do you got going on?
Just kid stuff. Maybe go to Springfield. My daughter's trying to talk me into adopting a cat.
You know, I'm just saying that fun and feline both start with an F. It's not a coincidence.
You know what else starts with F?
I know where you can get a
A
cat.
French fry.
I know where you can get a cat.
Okay.
F that.
French fry.
Whatever, she'll
F that
know.
feline.
She's a really good cat. Tell about the cat.
What cat?
That we came across
Oh,
when we
I
were
found a
walking.
great cat. We found it while we were walking. It's a big fat one.
Okay.
You want it? We'll go get it for you.
Who has those?
I'm fostering them.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Don't show me. I was
Show
trying to show
her.
my
Yeah,
good
Gretchen will
adopting
get you.
a cat. Look at
No.
Oh my gosh, you need it. Show it in the camera.
Honey, can I?
You know what else starts with an F? You know what
They're
starts with an F?
only about 4
Finish
weeks old.
line.
So I'll have them for a little while.
I'm leaving.
No, they'll be short haired because mom is short haired. They're trying to learn how to drink.
School sabotage.
All right. Hey, before we leave, we're going to stop this thing. Guys, this has been our what? Our running roundtable.
Our running round table.
We're going to bring it every other time. Say bye-bye. We're going to stop this.
See you. Goodbye.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.